There might be someone seated this morning who just need to hear that everything will be okay. Okay? Because sometimes it doesn't look like everything will ever be okay again. During COVID, we were told that life may never go back to business as usual. But it did. Proverbs chapter number 17 from verse 22. A merry heart does good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bones. I love the way the Amplified Translation puts it. It says, a happy heart is good medicine, and a cheerful mind works healing, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. So let me give you a bit of explanation. It is one thing to be in pains. It is another thing to be sorrowful. It is something entirely different for one spirit to be broken. When a person's spirit is broken or is said to be broken, it means that in that instance or at that moment, the fellow does not have the capacity to find joy unless by supernatural intervention. So it is possible to be in a situation where you can't remember the last time you were truly joyful. It is possible that you're struggling to remember the last time you were happy, the kind of happiness that touched the depth of your heart. You know you can be smiling and yet not happy. Oh yes. And sometimes we all assume that those who are used to making us smile, encouraging others, strengthening others, are happy. Sometimes they know the words to tell you because of what they are going through. Sometimes the people we perceive to be the strongest are the most broken. And I understand that you are a strong person, always watching out for others. But it's time to pay attention to yourself. It's time. When your spirit is broken, and sometimes it could be different things. We're going to go deeper. It could be different things. It could be the presence of something painful that you have done everything human to take it away, but it's not going. And you are in church. You're in the midst of people, but you notice you don't have any longer the capacity to respond with joy. You want to be happy like the rest. Sometimes one of the things that breaks a person's spirit is fear. Fear of something that is coming. The woman that cried to Elisha said, the creditors, they are coming and they're about to take my sons. It could be the consciousness of an impending disaster. The consciousness of a cloud of shame that unless something is done supernaturally, you'll be in trouble. Imagine facing shame among those who respect you. And just know that unless God does something, there's going to be trouble. I remember one season in my life, the only question I had was, will I ever be happy in this life again? Yes. I was asking the question, will I ever be happy again? Particularly if you are coming from a place where you are going in a direction that people tell you it will not work out. And true to their word, as you started, everything started failing. And they said, we knew. You're a failure. We're a failure. You see. One of the things I've learned and I've found out is that the root of every pain is always anchored on a word, either from men or from the devil. You must write that down in capital letter. There is no pain that does not have root. The root of every pain is always anchored on a word, either from men or from who? The devil. And the one that comes from men, it is because the devil spoke through them. Are you with me? Just look at your life. You can never amount to anything. That's it. And the devil has master memory. When something happened that is not even related, it reminds you. You remember they told you that you are not going to amount to anything. What have you become? Look at your life. And the devil knows how to compare. Look at your mates. They are all doing better than you. Look at them. They've gone farther than you. You keep saying this church thing. Huh? Is that not the end now? And it brings those words. The Bible says, when the spirit is broken, then it dries the bones. That is, when the spirit is broken, it dries everything around it. It begins to dry them.